5 scary Reddit stories about a glitch in the Matrix. Get ready. Turn on subtitles. We begin.
What's your creepiest glitch in the Matrix or unexplainable thing that's ever happened to you? I have a good one. I was about 12 years old and woke up in the middle of the night needing to take a leak. I walked across the hall to the little bathroom, hit the lights, and was about to reach for the toilet when I glanced up and saw a face in the mirror. It was not my face. It was as if someone was on the other side, standing to the right, with their face right next to the glass, staring at me. I only saw it for the briefest moment, but it is seared into my brain. I screamed and ran out of there to find my dad. Of course, my dad investigated, then calmed me down, or tried to. Eventually, we had a prayer session, because I was so freaked out. Eventually, must have gone back to sleep. Fast forward to my 30 seconds. I'd forgotten all about the event. One night while visiting, my dad quietly brings it up. Remember that one time you saw a face in the mirror? It suddenly came back to me in a rush of memory, sending a chill down my spine. Yeah, remember, well, he said. I sometimes think about that night. He looked down at the floor with a serious expression. I saw it too. He went on to describe exactly what I'd seen. We have no idea what that was. Apparently, when he investigated, he saw it and had a freak out of his own. Apparently the prayer session was as much for his own nerves as mine. I respect him for keeping that tidbit from me till my 30s, but I kinda wish he'd never told me. I think I'm living in a parallel universe. So the story unfolds over the last month, and I think I'm going crazy. I'm going to college in British Columbia, Canada, and I'm taking a business class. My professor isn't actually a teacher at all. He's just a middle-aged guy who works in the field that we're studying, so the college asked him to teach a night course. He's a really nice guy. Just sucks at teaching since he's not a teacher. So first week of February he talks about an assignment that will be due March 2nd. It's a 3-page paper with references on something we've learned in the class. Didn't elaborate much further than that. The following class everyone asks if he can post the guidelines and structure of the assignment to our source site. He's like, oh, would that help? Sure, I will. That night he posted a little thing about due date and expectation and formatting. Blah blah. I start the paper early to get it out of the way, but of course life and work get in the way, so I forget about it for a week. Fast forward to yesterday's class, and I start freaking out about the assignment. I go to my folder on the computer, and it's not there for some reason. Maybe I forgot to save. Unlikely, but possibly. When I get to class I ask him if he wants it submitted online, because I didn't see a Dropbox or handed in physically on Monday. Here's where it gets weird. He doesn't have a clue what I'm talking about. Says there never was any assignment. I got him to look on the course site where he posted the outline and nothing was there. I asked a couple classmates and nobody had a clue what I was talking about. I went to our grade structure to find the 5% assignment and nothing was 5% anymore. Just a 10% participation mark. I really don't think I'm going crazy, but this is so weird. I'm only taking 2 classes as I work full-time, so no, I didn't get the assignment mixed up with another class. In the last month, did I somehow walk through a door to another universe? Everything else seems normal, but this is just freaking me out. Thoughts? Awoke in a world where COVID doesn't exist. I've got basically no idea how to properly explain this, so I'll just go ahead and try my best. So basically the other day I woke up just like any other morning and got my donuts and Pepsi from the gas station like any other day. Except nobody was wearing a mask. The employees, the people inside, nobody. I personally think masks don't work, but I wear it anyways to avoid confrontation. And everyone was staring at me like I was weird or an idiot or something. I brush it off and head to work where everyone is supposed to be wearing one, but nobody is. Naturally, I started freaking out because WTF is going on, right? I go to the bathroom for a break and go straight to Google and typed in COVID-19 just to see what pops up. Absolutely nothing. Not a word about it anywhere online. I swore I was losing my mind. I asked a coworker why no one was wearing a mask, and he asked me what I was talking about. I ended up faking being sick and went home because I seriously thought I was losing my mind. I got home and took a nap and woke up a couple hours later and everything was back to normal. COVID existed again. This totally blew my mind, and I have no idea if I was having a mental breakdown and imagining things, or if this was an actual glitch or parallel universe I got stuck in. I never really believed in this type of thing until it happened to me. If there is any other type of explanation, can someone please give it to me? I'm convinced I have been or am two different people. When I was 31, I had a routine operation under general anesthesia that was supposed to last 45 minutes. But because of some complications, I was actually under for nearly 5 hours. My life was never in danger, and I didn't have any experiences during that time. However, ever since waking up from the operation over 20 years ago, I've believed that I am someone else. I can't explain it, but although I have the same personality and memories as the man that was wheeled into that operating theater, definitely feels like he died on the table. And I keep getting a strong feeling that his body is in some other reality and buried underground, with the kids visiting occasionally, mourning the loss of their dad. This could just be some psychological weirdness, and is the most likely explanation, of course. But I believe that I could definitely be in a simulation or something, and the being that is me, and plugged in somewhere else perhaps, was swapped during that incredibly weird and lost 5-hour gap in my physical life. Another weird thing since the operation. Now and again, when I catch myself in the mirror, I get this incredibly scary feeling that I am somehow disconnected from myself. And I actually let out a little scream or shout so as to embarrass myself and snap myself out of the thought. I have been reading a lot about the simulation hypothesis, and it just seems to ring true when I think of my life. I think I died last night. I don't know where else to post this, but I have to get it off my mind. I know I'm going to sound crazy, but here it goes. I was driving home on some country roads in my hometown to the highway so I could get home. I was visiting an old friend. I haven't driven those roads in years, so it was a little different than I remember, and it was dark, so I was having trouble seeing. There is a bend that follows the river right by the highway, and I kind of forgot about it. I went flying around the curve, and I almost went completely off the road as I made the turn. I completely stopped the vehicle because it scared the ish out of me. Next thing I know, I'm on the main highway going 70 miles per hour, only about 20 minutes from home. It was an hour drive. Somehow I lost about 40 minutes. And the last thing I remember before that was almost driving into the river. I have no recollection of getting on the highway or driving up to that point. I feel really weird this morning. I woke up at exactly 3:33 a.m. and have been up since. My girlfriend is home, and she was not when I got home around 10 last night. She says she's been home since 8 last night. It's cloudy and raining this morning, and I was fairly certain it was supposed to be sunny today. I feel like I woke up in a different life or something.
Which story did you
I
like
am
best?
genuinely weirded
Give
out, and
feedback in
again,
the comments.
I know I sound
Subscribe
crazy, but
to
I'm
not
not
miss
even
new
sure
stories.
if I'm alive.